Hey guys, and welcome to another video. It's that time of the year where we kind of forget and stop thinking about complaining about FIFA 20 and we look forward to FIFA 21. And just today, EA dropped the trailer for the career mode on FIFA 21. Obviously, if you guys have been following the channel, you know I'm a big fan of career mode and really excited to see what kind of features and stuff EA are going to treat us with this year or not treat us with. We've seen in the past couple of years that EA have neglected the career mode and all the career mode fans and creators and things like that. For me, I think all I'm looking for from this career mode are some new features, so things for me to kind of get excited about and things that will maybe make my content slightly different, and also just things that will as a content creator help make my content a bit more unique. I think one of the things that you find with career mode is that because you're kind of limited to what can happen, everyone's career modes are quite similar, and it's really difficult to kind of differentiate between career mode saves and content creators and stuff like that. So I'm hoping there's some things here in the trailer that gives me a bit of promise, not only for FIFA 21 but also to see if the game, if at all, takes use of next gen. This game's going to be on PS5 and Xbox Series X as well, so it'll be interesting to see if they take if they use any of those the extra horsepower that they have in those consoles, to see whether they can add any new features or gameplay or whatever. But I'm going to play through the trailer once. We're going to have a watch through and then we'll just stop and go through some of our maybe more favourite bits or the less favourite bits, and then I'll give my kind of overall impression of the trailer and if I'm excited or not for FIFA 21. But yeah, let's jump into it. Let's see what this trailer has to offer. Little Jurgen Klopp there at the corner.
21 career mode with a new interactive match sim, more control over training and developing your squad, and more ways to sign players on the transfer market.
It's that Willy Caballero there. Interactive match sim, okay.
A whole new way to play out your career. The brand new interactive match sim gives you full control when simming matches.
So you can jump in halfway through. Okay, I think we've seen this before in a previous release, but
charge for key moments to dominate the moments that matter.
Okay, I like that. I like that. You can
and player performance levels.
Make sure you don't miss a pen or something.
Tactical changes on the fly to influence the outcome of the match.
Yeah, that Madrid kit is not nice.
A new player development puts you in charge of your squad's development. Spotted a gap in your team?
Alright, changing positions again, something that we've heard about before.
With new position
it's interesting to see how it might work.
New development plans give you control over each player's growth to help you build your squad's attributes to match your style of play.
So we can make false 9, target man, stuff like that.
Manage your team schedule and train multiple players at the same time with a new activity management system. Choose when to rest and when to train throughout the week, as you balance your players' morale.
Something that's been neglected in FIFA for a long time.
A new stat that shows you how likely players are to perform at their peak. Then boost it with group training sessions, monitor your players' progression.
So match fitness is now going to be a thing.
Fitness and morale to keep your team firing on all cylinders.
There you go, Phil Foden bagging past Allison. Transfer options.
You're all about the Galacticos or the hunt for the brightest young prospects.
What's going to happen here?
Give you more ways to
Looks
transfer
very similar.
Players and a more realistic transfer market in FIFA 21.
Loan to buy.
Sign players on loans
that was in the game.
And negotiate
also in the game before.
Offers with other managers to bolster your squad each transfer window.
Pep's still looking as wedge as he ever was in FIFA.
Overhauled opposition AI gives you a more intelligent
opposition
AI
AI,
to play against in every match you play. New tackling, player switching,
so
and
is this
logic makes
difficulty, or is this just AI being cleverer in the difficulty you're playing in?
A stronger understanding of dribbling and passing to keep you on your toes from game to game.
Okay,
interesting. Ways to train, play, and make transfers. Manage every moment of your career in FIFA 21.
Look at that Anfield looking great. Okay, so interesting. Obviously, Kylian Mbappe there looking great. He looks absolutely sweet on the cover. Like the cover is really good. I really like the cover and like the style they've gone for FIFA 21. But let's jump into some of the things they announced in this video, and we'll have a look at what we think. So interactive match sim. So this is something I think will be a really interesting and useful feature, particularly as a content creator. And the reason I say that is because, I've had this challenge with my career mode where you kind of think about, how can we maybe quicken up the series and play more games? And this could be a real way of doing that, right? But it gives you the control of, if you're in a big moment and you kind of, you want to make sure they don't mess up or something like that, you can jump in and take control yourself. Or if things are going a bit sour in a game and things are not going so well, you can, just jump in and you can be the difference, which I think is really good. So this is definitely a feature I think a lot of people, including myself, will use. And so I really like this. feature. It's kind of very Football Manager-esque, which is probably a good thing. Football Manager is a great game and it's been successful for so many years. So FIFA could probably learn a lot from them. So I'm glad they're learning things like this from them. So that's great. So next up, I think, where do we have it? We have player development. Now, this is something that's really interesting, and this is the feature I think I'm most excited for. And the reason being, as I said at the beginning of this video, I think one of the things I wanted from FIFA 21 career mode is just the ability for content to be different. And I think this is really, really interesting because I think we'll be seeing like different people and different career mode saves and kind of moving players from one position to another, maybe trialing kind of natural changes like Trent Alexander-Arnold into midfield or right wing, and then also some kind of really out there left field changes like, maybe making a centre back a left winger or a striker or something like that. And I think that's what will really help keep content like really fresh and different between kind of career mode creators. So this is the one I'm really, really stoked about, and it'll be interesting to see kind of just what happens in terms of how long it takes to train and learn a new position. I know PES have a very similar system for learning a new position in the like Become a Legend mode. But yeah, this is the one I'm most excited about. This is the one that I think will just give the most variety to the career mode series. So next up is active training. So training as a whole has been something that's really kind of been neglected by FIFA for like so many years. It's just been an afterthought, not only for FIFA, but for everyone playing. And finally, they're putting a little bit of work into it. It still looks a bit like laborious, I would say, just from the screens they've shown. It looks like something that I wish I could just auto-manage and kind of auto-train the team to whatever the computer thinks is the right way. Because essentially you know what you want, right? You want a match fit squad. You want your first 11 to be fit and ready. And I think it's maybe more the youth players that you want to get involved in the training rather than the first team. So we'll see how easy it is to use or not. For me, this is probably a gimmicky style feature rather than a kind of anything else that you would use more consistently. It could actually really have an impact on your training. So yeah, that's really positive to see. It's positive to see they're doing something about training. I just don't think they've maybe done it in a way that makes it they could have done it better, I think. Not that I have any solutions, but I think it could have just been done better and made a little bit more simpler from what they showed. But maybe it'll be different in the game. We'll see. So next up is transfer options. Now here is where I think they really cheaped out, and I don't know what they're thinking, because you got to bear in mind the people watching this trailer and the people excited about career mode are the people who have been loyal and have been playing career mode in the past games and want to know what new features they're going to get in the next game. And they basically announced two things that one was in the game and they decided to remove, and two, something that is already in the game. Like, what kind of BS are EA trying to feed us? Loan to Buy was in FIFA 19 and FIFA 18, I think even. They decided to take it out of FIFA 20. Don't know why. And also, they talk about, player swap deals and all this type of stuff. Like, that's in the game already. What are they trying to tell us? They think we're that dumb that we've just missed this option the whole time. Yeah, who knows what's going on with that. The one thing I think is a positive, which actually wasn't in this trailer, which I don't know why they didn't add it in this trailer, because it's way much a better thing than this rubbish that they taught us, which was actually there's now some logic in the kind of transfer engine. So teams are less likely to sell players to rivals like we see in real life. Team players only want to go to teams that are kind of better or the same as them or more progressive. They won't want to go backwards. So we're not going to get like the same couple of players signing and making signings, your kind of Iñaki Williams and your Mbappes and all those kind of standard career mode players. We'll hopefully see a little bit more mixture and variety, which is I think what we all want to see, right? We don't want everyone's career mode to be the same. We want the game to allow us to have unique stories and unique career mode saves. So I think that's the bit that I'm most excited about. So I don't know why they didn't put that in this video, because for me that's a no-brainer. That's actually a really good and a thing to get excited about. So I don't know why they did that, but hey, anyways, we live and we learn. And the final one then is enhanced AI. Now, as I said when we were watching this through, I think the interesting thing about this will be whether it's just like based on difficulty or whether it's based on Like, it's just whatever difficulty you're at, the AI will just make less stupid mistakes and stuff like that. So it'll be interesting to see what happens. I think here's a chance where they probably missed a trick in maybe the whole next gen thing. Like, it would be great if like the AI could learn like how you play and your style of play and then react based on that. Like, I think that would be so amazing, like with the AI kind of getting better at playing you, so you have to find new and creative ways to win and score, like you would in real life, right? Where you essentially play the same team, so they learn how you play and they do things to, you know, better set up against you. And I think that would be an amazing addition to, you know, to use that kind of next gen horsepower that we have in the consoles. But hey, we'll see how this goes. I think, I don't know whether we'll actually see the difference in gameplay as a result of this enhanced AI. I don't know. I question, but yeah, I think the thing that I think this maybe frustrated me most about this is we've seen what PES have done, right? In having a DLC for PES 21 and really focusing on their spending a whole year basically developing their next gen version of their game, PES 22. And all of these kind of things we have here, the interactive match sim, the development, the transfer, the AI, like all of this is DLC stuff. Like, we're all going to go out and pay, what, 50, 60 pounds or whatever it is, or whatever currency where you're from. And EA are going to be sitting there laughing, you know, counting the cash. But none of this stuff is really kind of fundamentally changing the game. Like, fundamentally, the game is still exactly the same and will probably play exactly the same. Like, other than the AI, they've mentioned nothing about gameplay, remember? So all the things that plagued the gameplay and things that maybe could have been better in the gameplay don't look like they're being addressed. Or if they are, they're being covered by this huge umbrella of opposition AI. And I think that's, I guess, probably one of the biggest disappointments I have, that they don't seem to be using and utilizing kind of the power of next gen. So there we have it, guys. I am excited about FIFA 21. Obviously, I will be buying the game and I'll be posting a career mode. I've got some thoughts for some teams that I do want to have my career mode series with. So let me know if there's any particular teams that you want me to possibly play as a career mode in the comments below, and maybe we'll create a poll or something like that. But all in all, I think this trailer had some good stuff, but the player development, as I said, is by far my favorite thing and will help make kind of everyone's career mode save unique. But we also get fed a lot of EA BS, but I think we come to expect that now from EA and from these trailers. So yeah, can't be too disappointed. But thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you guys are looking forward to FIFA 21. I know I am, even though it might not be perfect. I think I'm just praying that there's no bugs when the game first comes out. You know, if we wind back a year or just under a year, we remember how FIFA 20 was just plagued with all sorts of problems when it first came out and was horrible. So hopefully, if the game just comes out with very minor, small bugs, that will be a win in itself. So we've got a little while before we get there, though, so make sure you subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out on the end of my FIFA 20 career mode. But thank you guys for watching this video. Make sure to subscribe and like this video, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.